Ziggity Zig talking his way out of silver. Game number 29. This is between myself up here in the top left of... Where are we here? Is this Antigua Shipyard? Yes, it is. And... MegaKilla! MegaKilla! You have to say that with a very angry voice. You make your jaw go all stiff onto the bottom. MegaKilla! Oh, no, not Mecha. Mega. Oh, MegaKilla. Ugh. That just sounds bad. Maybe I'll just call him Killa, because he didn't seem all that mega. We shall see. This is a PvZ, so for the most part, this is me practicing to get my wall off done, which I get. And actually, I've done a little bit better at placing this initial pylon just here, so you can fit a 3-block building on both sides, or at least a three block and then a space. So hopefully I get my gateway there, because that way, if you get in that first direct route to your nexus from the ramp, that means that any incoming units or rush units need to go all the way around it. So there's that. Did I see a double extractor trick over here? Oh my god, the APM. 56, 38, whatever. I'm not impressed. Now you gotta get up pretty early in the evening to impress me. That's my I'm not impressed voice. Don't worry about it. When I use the rough, impressed voice, I need to take a drink of water. Now, here comes the 12 gate, hopefully. Oh, don't prove me wrong. There we go. Putting it right there. So, there's no gap right there. So you gotta go all the way around, and then, hopefully, the cyber core is gonna go approximately there, so this little gap here can be filled with a zealot. So I get in, I have a quick peek around, and I don't spot anything untoward. I don't spot a very early pool. Here comes an overlord into my base. I'm not missing too many things. I'm getting close to the ever-popular 16. Ready? Got my 14 gas, but my 16 pylon. I've been getting a bit better at the 16 pylon. Ready? Ready? Where's my 16 pylon? Look at all that money. What am I doing? Come on. Not making any probes is what I'm not doing. Although, I am definitely ahead, despite the fact that it's EPM way higher than mine. Just working on... Oh, there we go. So there's 14 hatch-ish, I think. I'd go back and check, but I really don't care. Probably a 14 hatch. So there's the cyber core, and here's the gap. Pretty happy with that gap. Sometimes it's really hard because I move this pylon to be a little too close to the ramp, so I only have 2 blocks, so I have to fit something on the outside of it, and I feel like a total derp, because the whole point of getting the wall off there was so that it would be a nice tight wall off and no one can get in. But what I actually do is I end up creating more holes than if I just left it alone. There goes another overlord. Taking this middle ground was probably a pretty good idea. Sometimes what I do is I hop up into this third base up here, or I put something down here in the high yield. Oh, there's a couple more. Ooh, what was that? That's some units I thought I saw? Yes, I think I saw that. So I don't think I'm on hold just yet, no, but I did notice them go out of position, so what I did was I ran them right back, because I thought, oh no, that's bad, that's bad, that's bad. So I got them back in space, and then wham, there goes the hole. So then he tries to bait me off by attacking my gateway and my cyber core, but I say, hey, you know what? Shields regenerate, and my ranged unit is almost out, coming out to this side. So I'm not really doing anything at the moment. I'm still continuing on with my warp gate, trying to get another unit out there, so figuring that the range helps me somewhat. For some reason, I apparently had this game listed as good base defense. If that is it for base defense, I am going to be quite disappointed in that. Now the other thing here is I think I eventually see that there is an an overlord up here, so I have to check the pathing. Yeah, you're not all that different from the dragoons, are you? No, I want you guys to go over here. There's something slightly impeding my progress. This is such a griff. Oh, our THWOS pylon. I am not very pleased with that at all. Ooh, good. I was hoping that I would supply block him with that maneuver, and I guess I did. So there's my robo, part of the 3-gate robo, and there it continues. I was also really happy. He just seemed to park his units. MegaKilla would park his units just close enough that I could see everything. It seemed to work pretty well. And look at this! Oh, finishing roughly right in time. Me totally forgetting about the fact that they did finish right on time, and meantime, God only knows how I'm looking at. I'm certainly not producing anything, and oh man, look at that. That's just... I could probably use a few more units there. Getting close to being ready for an expansion. Probably come down here, and what I usually like to do is when I move down the ramp, I try to get a new pylon right here on one of the corners, sometimes even both if it's a wide ramp like this. I like to have something on both corners. I saw this, so I thought I'd put a pylon over there just to be ready to warp in some units if anything happened over there. Like I said, you don't really expect a Nidus or a drop. I'm just sort of used to doing it with up against Terran units because the medevacs come in pretty quick. So there goes my first observer. I'm not sure, I don't believe I ever get around to making a second one, but here we go. Okay, so there's what I was looking for. This pylon, which sort of helps me, one, reduce the ramp size, if only by a little bit, and two, it helps me be able to reinforce my units on the ramp itself. Again, not doing anything at all with the robo facility. That's just bad. I'm ahead... No, I'm not ahead in basically anything. That's just not good. So I let my observer have a quick peek over here, and what do I see? I don't see all that much. I see a couple of roaches, but that's about it. I think... Did I check up there? No, didn't bother checking there. But I come down here, and I see just still a few units. So I'm not seeing all that many units. I'm kind of getting ahead, or nearing being ahead on units, but I'm a little behind in the income. Yeah, there we go. Ah, so there's a small crunch there. Just a quick run in, just to see what I've got. And there he goes, turn, tail, and run. So not a whole lot going on there. But I get another observer out, just in case. Not really sure what kind of invisibility he'd be coming at me with, or burrow. You never know. I'm not sure. I should learn the timing for burrowed infestors. The Destiny's 4-hit infestor squad. Because once I figure out the timing for that, then maybe I'd be better off. So there we go. 2 more gateways down the bottom. I could probably be about ready to split up my probes. There we go. Okay, so now the income levels. The army supply is roughly the same worker supply. I'm a little bit behind, however, the income is going to spike back up here. I'll spike back up to minerals. Minerals go, minerals go, minerals per second. I think this is per, what, per 5 seconds? Minerals per something? No, still not quite doing it. But I am going heavy on gas, despite the fact that I'm not actually using it all that much for anything other than sentries. So down here I've got 4 sentries, 3 zealots, and 7 stalkers, which is a bit stalker heavy, especially since I did see some roaches. So I probably would want a few more zealots, but I am running quite a surplus of gas. Actually, no, it's pretty even right now. 2 more gateways coming in, still doing nothing with the robotics bay. Wait, robotics facility? Robotics facility. I'm so confused because the robotics bay and the robotics support bay were what they were in StarCraft 1. And yes, I still remember all the unit and building titles from StarCraft 1 predominantly. Look at that big long strip line of overlords. That's so weird. And I really should be checking for a little bit more. There go some more roaches. So all I'm still seeing is a roach horn, but I spot that. And in spotting a spire, I think, okay, I need to start doing something about this. And I should really be having a look to see if I can find a 3rd base, either there or up there. I think I did scope that out with my observer. My workers have gone out in front once more, getting a robotics bay. That was him thanking me for a pause, if I remember correctly. Just asked for a quick pause there. There comes a few more units. Still pretty low on the zealot count, but I am getting my Twilight Council as well. The only issue is I still don't have a single upgrade for units, so that's sort of bad. But I don't think MegaKilla has any either. Here we go. Nope, no upgrades. But oh, down goes my forward pylon, and down goes my forward probe. I think that sort of destroys me a little bit, but I am putting another 2 down, so I did see that happening, or at least I just sort of was almost ready for it. I am pretty far behind in army count, though, so let's see what happens when he finally does come to my door. I do put down a few more pylons just to be ready for this. I'm finally using my robotics facility for some immortals. That's good. I've got 1 out already, and I've got an observer as part of my units. I've got my forward observer set on my 3 hotkeys, so every now and then I can just pop on over to my hotkey and start working on things. And there we go. Carapace 1 is on its way, and not too bloody much else. Finally got a forge on its way now. There's an additional gateway. Army supply is still ahead. Let's take a quick look at the EPM. I'm up to 25. MegaKilla is at around 50s, mid-high 50s. Oh good, it's raining again. That's gonna make for a fun walk. I'm still a little worried. I only have 3 zealots. I thought I was trying to work on this, and I still only have, so I must just be warping in stalkers. Stalkers and immortals at this point, and up against a full roach army. That's going to be meh. Well, I'm getting pretty lucky here because it looks like MegaKilla has gone back to possibly droning, and oh no, there's a bunch, and it's the 11 mutalisks. So let's see what I do against 11 mutalisks. I'm still just having a look at his natural base. I haven't done an additional scout because it's 14 minutes. He should have a third by now, and I'm fairly certain he does. Quick peek. Yep. Third down there. It is... Maybe I went Stalkers because I knew that the Spire was coming down, but why didn't I do anything about the Spire? Oh, that's right, because this is when I started trying to do something and trying to go High Templar for whatever reason. I've tried moving these into my build. I'm trying to get, so I've got Immortals, and I'm trying to get some Archons and some Colossus and some Stalkers just so I can kind of do air and ground if I'm going up against a heavy-handed Zerg right now. But the problem is that I'm way outnumbered at this point. MegaKilla is doing quite a number on me, and I move my Observer over to have another quick peek. Don't see anything, see nothing at the third. I think I move it down, have a peek down here as well. Just staying here. This is awful. This is absolutely stagnant. I can't believe I'm spending this much time holding perfectly still. However, over here I do see this unit of yeah, these resources from holding steady right about there. So I think I can hopefully do something about this. Do not bring a pylon or a probe to make any additional pylons with me. There go the mutalisks, and I'm not sure I saw that. So here we go, seeing what I can do here. I can't remember if I throw down anything. That's kind of some bad force field placement right there, but I do catch his army kind of in a few different pieces. Let's have a quick peek, because right over here, this is at the spot. I'm just going to pause it right now, because this is when I did see the mutalisks coming over. However, I could not warp in quite enough, so I warped in some Stalkers to try to see if I could stop them with anything. It didn't seem to be enough. Archons are not lasting all that long against these units here. However, I did seem to overcome this because he split up his army. So now all I needed to do was just sort of move in. So, well, that actually took it out pretty well. He did get rid of a lot of my units there. I did escape most of my probes out, so these mutalisks are just sort of staying in on this one spot. However, my Stalkers are now going to come in and kill a good number of these units. Meanwhile, these mutalisks are going to do quite a lot of damage down here. But I think they eventually give up and go back home. I am getting totally out of control with units there. I have absolutely no income at the moment. I'm trying to get a few more units, so here comes another round of Stalkers on their way, moving in. There are some more of the Overlords that I'm trying to pick off. Doing another decent number there. My +1 finally does kick in. My Colossus are here. I believe they have extended Timberlands. My opponent, MegaKilla, is only on +1. Carapace, I believe, so I am able to take out parts of this. At this point, I notice the mutalisks move in, so I get the Colossus out of the way as fast as possible, so that the rear vanguard of the Stalkers can actually take out the Colossus as they come in. This Archon is actually... Oh, there's Hero Archon taking that out. 20 kills on this Immortal. 22 kills on one Colossus, and GG. I couldn't remember this game very well, and I honestly thought that I did not win this. I stayed stagnant for too long, but two very big important things happened there. I was really lucky to not face his army as a whole. MegaKilla committed to the Mutalisk harass over here, and I managed to do a little bit about it and save a good number of my probes. So let's have a look at the units killed and the workers killed. Only took out 10 of my workers, which is not bad going up against a worker supply of 38. So yes, it was going to be quite a different story when that kicked in, but basically I showed up at his army and, you know, we probably still had a chance. No, not on the 16 army. I'm not sure how much larva he had remaining. Does it show larva yet? No, it doesn't show larva. Anyway, ooh, I I almost want to watch that one again. That was crazy. So not a whole lot at the beginning, but right towards the end, that was me making my move out, making a few decent choices. Let me know what you thought of the engagement there, because I was wow, I was about to really scrutinize myself for not moving out in time. Spotted the Spire and didn't do anything about it. I really should have gone in, tried to do a snipe, a warp prism attack, something, because I knew Spire and Mutas are my downside. 62 EPM from MegaKilla up against my 28. That's going to look bad in a replay on his end, but that's okay. Leave me a message or comment down below. Send me an email, ziggitysig@gmail.com, or you can follow me on Twitter @ZiggyStarCraft. Stay tuned.